What's up, guys? Some of the first actual mods of the TRX-6, I got my KYX battery relocation bracket to drop the center of gravity down for the battery. As you can see, there's a lot of space under the battery because it's made for some, I don't know, stupid Traxxas battery. So this lets you shift the battery down, hopefully helping the center of gravity. So there's perfectly with the battery. That's where it sits now. So I'll do a before and after. Also, I'm thinking about making a channel just for RC stuff. Let me know in the comments if you guys think that's a good idea to keep it separate from the ATV stuff. So I really do three things I do videos on. I do travel, I do RC, and I do mudding. I tried making a travel YouTube channel a while ago. It didn't really work out. So I started putting everything back on the Mud Puppy channel for convenience. But I'm thinking about splitting it up again. So let me know if you guys like that idea in the comments below. I don't like this battery tray anyways because the little factory arm doesn't fit around my nice big batteries I like to run for long run times. So I kind of want to get rid of them anyways. So I'll put this in here for you, and you can see how to get it in and out. You have to kind of jam it between the frame rails. Pretty high. So we're going to install the new one and see how it sits down and make sure this doesn't rub the drive shafts or the diffs or anything like that and cause any interference. And we'll get rid of the stupid plasticky battery tray. But there's a comparison. Comes out with 4 screws. I don't know where the 4th one went. 2 right here and 1 from either side. I assume this is going to mount the same way, except that it uses this bracket and the same 2 front holes. It does come with new hardware, so very nice kit so far. My phone failed to record audio right here, so I'm going to do a voiceover for you. So that's how I grinded down the battery plate. I grinded off about 1/8 of an inch off the length of it, and then I made it tapered towards the back. It was interfering with the upper control arm or upper axle lengths. So that fixed that. And then I had to actually, this bar hangs down lower than it does obviously because it bolts on top of it. So I just clearanced that a little bit and I was able to get it to where the shocks bottom out before it really hits the bracket. Either this bracket or the battery plate itself. Didn't really lose any strength, just did that on the bench grinder real quick. I suspect this might not be an issue on the TRX4, but it definitely is an issue on the TRX6. But it works great now. The modification I did, this would not be required if you weren't running a giant battery, but these are the form factors of all my batteries because they also fit in my Rock Ray Low C. Anyways, so this port used to be right here. How did I do it? It used to fit like this. And I just went in there with a razor knife and a little hacksaw blade and I cut it out. And now this battery fits in here perfectly. Really nice and snug. And as you can see, it's super low down. And that's with the rear suspension completely maxed out and it's not interfering with any of the links. So full flex is maintained. Let me step back so you can see the full steepness of it. That is a full 66 degrees, probably at its least steep part because it's a box, right? So it's kind of curved. So it gets a little bit steeper towards up here. Up here it's probably like 67 degrees. And I'm gonna try to do this one-handed so I can video. Low range, all diffs locked. This new low center of gravity battery tray seems to have net me a few degrees in climbing ability. Both wheels are off the ground, but it's still going up. So obviously steering isn't working the best. It's become a traction limitation now, but it's still going. Oh, and it's gonna wheelie over the top. I'm waiting on my front wheel weights too. Then it'll just go right back down. I do want to get a brushless system so I can get some better braking eventually, but pretty impressive. 67 degrees, 66 degrees. Here's that same climb again, just farther away so you can get a better idea of how steep it is. You gotta go really slow. It starts to hop. It's no bueno. All right, to show you the difference what I did here is I did a side-by-side comparison. So it's pretty obvious that the battery is shifted down a lot and to the back a good bit, which isn't necessarily great for climbing, right? You want your weight on the front wheels. So then I tried to do an overlay right here. The overlay is kind of tricky to scale everything right, but I got it pretty close. And you can see that the battery shifted down about 2/3 of an inch. I went and measured the car, and it shifted back about 1.5 inches. I don't think it's a bad thing though, because this thing has 2 rear axles, and putting some more weight on the back will help it handle more realistically because it has double shocks. And I'm also doing the brass portal covers in the front to bring the weight back forward. So I think it's a good mod. It shifts your center of gravity down, puts a little more weight on the rear wheels for more realistic handling and flex.